this is satellite media. Mr. Rafumbechi, let us look at the serious tie between Finland and Biafra. Even judging by the man who wrote Finnish
national anthem.
Who wrote Finnish national anthem. Of course, we understand that the rhythm he used is what is being used for the Biafran national anthem.
Yes.
We equally note the cooperation of the Finnish government with Biafra during the war.
Yep.
How they aided in almost every area of life. Look at this support and tie happened there, just like Biafrans have with the Israelites.
Yeah. See, let me tell you, your story is not complete without mentioning the name, Jean Sibelius. Name Jean Sibelius is a household name in the former USSR. I mean, Union Socialist of Soviet Republic or Union Soviet of Socialist, no, Union Socialist of Soviet Republic, because they were the one that were holding Finland for many years. Finland was one of the federatives of the former USSR, as Nigeria and the Biafra have been dragging, it since 1967 to date. That was how Finlandia region dragged with Russia in the past. So what I'm trying to say is to celebrate a man. You asked me his question about now, the man that actually wrote Biafran national anthem. Do you know what I mean? I mean the rhythm, the soundtrack, the instrument used is what Finland, national anthem, the kind of instrument he used for them is what he carved into, Biafra national anthem lyrics. His name is Jean Sibelius. It is a square like stadium. I don't know what I understand, sort of, constructed by Finlandia government in his memory. That place we are going for, converge for the convention for our, converge for our referendum in Finland is named after this man, Jean Sibelius Square.
So it's not a coincidence.
It's never a coincidence. These people were with Biafrans. What are you telling me? Coincidence? People that supplied most of the basic needs to the Biafrans when all our children were kwachokored from 1967 to 1970. This same man, his square is to be used for the gathering of all the Biafrans in diaspora, both local Biafrans that are flying into Finland right away. They are going to converge there. And it is no news to us that Finland actually played quite important role during the war of 1967 to 1970 by supplying all manner of good relief materials to the Biafrans. Not to, lack most of the nutritional, food. It was Finland that was there for Biafra, supplying us with all manners of cod, okoroko, the salty one, the smelling one, the rare one that doesn't taste like salt. They supplied it. Supplying us again with most of the vitality, drinks, like all this Cadbury Bonvita, Ovaltine milk, and so on and so forth. They supplied us corn milk, the one that if you are suffering from kwashoko, it will step it down and bring your body system.
Revive the person.
Thank you. Revive the person. They supplied it to Biafran children. These people deny their children the most basic amenities, even their children school fees. They contributed money nationwide to make sure that Biafran Kwachoko children came back to normal life.
Now all the available hotel everywhere have been taken over by Biafrans and main Finland capital.
Yeah.
And you have attributed this to the resilience of the Igbos and Biafrans.
Yeah.
What is your take?
My take there is that you see the Biafrans, the Igbos all over the world, Biafrans, the Igbos in Nigeria, they are one. No Igbo man in diaspora hates Biafra. The struggle, they are the one that are, blowing it up. I mean, when you talk about social media publicity, they are the one at the helms of, the publication of what we are doing right now as in Biafra struggle. The ones in diaspora, they have this kind of resilience, this kind of perseverance, this kind of determination and focus to make sure that Biafra become a reality. I mean, emancipation of the sovereign state of Biafra is not only the diaspora Biafra, but Biafra within that land. There are many of them that are fighting hard for Biafra to come to be. Then the one that are in politics in Nigeria, they have Biafra in their mind, but they don't want to say it out. I don't understand. So one way or the other, they are supporting. But the Hausa man will not know it. Fulani man, even Yoruba man doesn't know that all these politicians, they have Biafra in mind more than even the ones that are making noise, telling the whole world that Biafra should go. Biafra. Those politicians, Akpabio, Obi, Hope Ozodimma, come what may, is a Biafran son. And they all have this kind of resilience in their mind to make sure that Biafra become a reality. But they don't want to tell the government of Nigeria. They don't want to tell their Fulani masters. They are playing eye service. And when it will happen, if Biafra goes, you will see the Obis, you will see the Rochas Okorochas, you will see the Atwezes, you will see the Akpabios dancing for the victory that is about to envelope Nigerian region soonest.
Okay, now let's look at the close relationship between the president of Nigeria, I'm talking about Senator Bola Tinubu, and France government. And we understand that France plays a major role in the world politics. Don't you think this could hinder the activity of Biafra globally?
Thank you so much. France, mind you, is not our colonial master. Our colonial master is the British. Then again, mind you, small or little France doesn't have any say in any foreign policy, as in any foreign policy that will affect Igbo man. One, we are not under France. We're under Britain. Three, who is that little British to intervene on the emancipation of Biafra preparation? Britain doesn't have what it takes, the formidable force to stop Biafra from going. The British people, when Mama Charlie was alive, they've actually seen how it played out when Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Nairobi to Nigeria, and Nairobi into Nigeria, and the British government did not do anything. They didn't play any diplomatic role actually to indicate Nnamdi Kanu's citizenship. They just sat back and watched the film. They are even the one that are controlling Nigerian government to punish him the more from the back door. So what are we saying here? This mighty, let me use the word mighty because they are our colonial master Britain, could not have done anything. They shouldn't. They couldn't do anything. What more of a country that has nothing to do with Biafra? We come and start with Tinubu. Tinubu went there for investment. He went there to invite them for gas and the rest of what they will use in Nigeria.
Okay, now since
so France, the issue of Biafra, France colonies in Africa. Let me name them: Gabon, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin Republic, except Mali. I don't know of Mali. Burkina Faso is now embracing Biafra. Niger Republic has turned a new leaf, confessing and apologizing what they did to Biafra during the war, that they are sorry. All the French colonies in Africa, they are with Biafra.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you,
we soft pedal on what they're about to do because Tinubu himself is not bigger than Biafra.
Okay, I wanted to ask you,
Nigeria is a small boy where Biafra is.
Because the highest deposit of gas in Nigeria is in
Igbo land.
Igbo land. People are speculating that it's major reason the government is pushing hard
to stop Biafra.
Biafra, of course.
No,
if
you say that, you are right. You say that you are right because the war of 1967 to 1970 was crude oil war. If you ask Freddy Forsyth Ojuku's friend, a war reporter, a writer too, he was the one that wrote Dog of War, The Days of Jackal, Making of an African Legend. Chukwuemeka, my friend, I don't know what to understand. He authored many books in that regard. Ask him, he will tell you that Nigeria fought Biafra tooth and nail because of crude oil. Ask Fred Forsyth, he will tell you actually that British play all those ruthless policy to annihilate all Igbo men is because of natural gas deposited in Anambra State, Imo State, and rest of the coastal line of Biafra region. The British people you see, they are the reason why you and I are here. Thank you, suffering. The British government, you see, is the reason why you cannot buy a liter of petrol in Nigeria with 1,000 naira. The highest denomination currency we have in Nigeria is 1,000. It couldn't afford 1 liter. I don't know what to understand. So let me tell you, come what may, if they are eyeing that gas, they have failed.
How do you think they can block them access to the gas?
Thank you so much. It is in the Biafran land.
But Biafra is in Nigeria.
Listen and listen good. We are liberated already in our mind. Liberation started from the mind, translated into the spirits, and come back and actually realized or actualized. So we've gotten it. I don't think anybody will go to Igbo land and stop.
Do you know why I'm asking this question?
Why are you asking?
Because even in the Niger Delta, the oil that has been exploited is believed that it's being exploited at the detriment of the people in the region.
Thank you.
And of course, if by extension you start exploring the gas deposit in the eastern part of the country, that it will be to the disadvantage and the advantage of other people who may not be the direct people who own it by nature.
Yeah, I understand.
So how do you think they could block access to it?
We could block access to it. We know our men. Let us have our referendum and see what will happen.
And you think blocking access to it is a good thing to do?
It's a good thing to do. The Nigerian government will actually know that Biafra is not under their control, is not part of them again. So they should they are supposed to do the needful. The needful is that they should allow the people of that region to tap from their natural resources, what God has given them. Natural endowment of Niger Delta region is not Nigerians. It's not Nigerians. It's Biafras. It belongs to Biafra.
Okay, now
it belongs to Niger Delta region. So tapping from it or forcefully coming in, I don't know what to say. Like brigands, bandits, thieves. I don't know what to say. To take away our natural resources will brew trouble. It will brew altercation, confrontation that will check Nigeria.
Okay, we saw how the France exploited uranium in Niger, and today, as we speak, Niger have already formed a new government under military, and they have since kicked France away. And we are seeing rumors of Nigerian president with France. Don't you think they can have influence on how to maybe partner to exploit this natural resources?
If you ask me, the only country that will have that done is Britain. In Europe is Britain, because I still reiterate, our colonial masters are the British, not the French. So that one, the French is out. Tinubu went there for another thing. No, he discussed about how this our oil issue. You know, he wooed them. I know the meaning of woo. If you read deep, you know that he promised France some things. But remember the role that the French played during the war. They did not actually gone against Biafra. I am of the opinion that the whole French colonies in Africa supported Biafra. So they are not on the side of stealing or exploiting Biafran land. They should be called to order, because why? Israel is there as our allies. Finland is there as our better ally than any country in Europe now. Then Russia is there. Then the almighty America, the world superpower that God has anointed to rule the world. They are there.
God anointed.
God anointed is America now. God anointed country. They are going to warn every canal in Europe to stay clear. The God's anointed currently one we know now in the world is Israel. Israel just few hours ago won the conflict at Gaza. War at Gaza, victory has begun, and Israel has actually indicated that they are world superpower. By the smiting Hezbollah, Lebanon, by the smiting Hamas, Lebanon, before the ceasefire was about to take place, Israel, under 120 seconds, they smited 20, neutralized, destroyed 20 targets in Lebanon under 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes, and returned with their supersonic jet fighter, jet bomber, successfully. So they are one of the people that are going to at least protect Biafra from any military animosity by Europe, countries in Europe, in collaboration with Nigeria. Israel is there for us.
Lastly on this, some delegates were already arriving in Finland. Already speculating that Simon Ekpa will be in attendance in that occasion. Of course, one of them said she's going to visit him. Let me get your reaction.
I think that's a good, let me say, heresy or rumor. It is no more heresy or rumor. All I believe that is a speculation, is a fact, is a reality that is going to transpire, you know, very soon. Simon Ekpa is going to be in attendance, and everybody will hail him.
And what do you think will be the mood of the atmosphere when they see his presence?
It will be thrilling. It will be scintillating. It will be scintillating. It will be fascinating. It will be colorful. It will be blissful. People will be hailing him because he has attained a lot by keeping alive the spirit of Biafra, because the major leader wasn't alive, and the object of sacrifice, as in the supreme leader, is alive but incarcerated. But Ekpa set the pace by what? Keeping the spirit of Biafra alive by all his activities in the social media across the world. All gonna hail Jesus before hailing Nnamdi Kanu and Ekpa on 2nd December in faraway Sibelius Square, Omsk, the capital of Finland.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arafumichi. This is a good place to let you go. I must say very big thank you. This is Satellite Media, and I'm Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Don't let him go.